Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And it's going to be the Clippers off the tip. Here's Murray. Pass to Smith. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now here's Embiid. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Clock at 2. Pulls it from 20. Smith with the rebound. Now Murray, looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Outside, Brown. The Clippers got to hurry, late clock here. They get it back. Pass to Smith, tries again. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Now Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Here's Bargnani. Embiid covers. Down low. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Morant with it. Checked by Murray. Back to Morant. Pass to Embiid. The 3-ball. Smith with the rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Outside, Brown. To the middle. Here's Smith. Comes up empty down low.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Morant. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Bridges. Excellent D there from Morant. The Sixers trailing. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Now Los Angeles with it. Murray looking around. Inside. Here's Watson. Finished off the break.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
To the paint. To snap the cold streak. And there's a 3-second violation. The Sixers leading. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat, and the conversation quickly turned to Embiid. Coach said we know he can be unstoppable, but we're hoping to slow him down just a little. Double teams might be a part of that, but I don't want to give away all of our tricks. So it sounds like Joel can expect a lot of defensive pressure tonight.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Smith. Pass to Brown. Rebound by the 76ers.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Here's Morant. No points so far. There's the three. Arniani pulls it in. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Smith. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And this kind of cunning is what Smith needs in the league, putting the defender off balance with a pump fake.
And he can't hit the second.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Oh, nice shot by Grimes.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And here's Bridges. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. And yep, it's good.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
It's all tied in Los Angeles. We've got more in store for you right after this.
76ers.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
I really like the attitude they've displayed here early on.
They're working together so well.
Embiid misses. And so here are the Clippers. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Now here's Morant. Still no points. Pass to Embiid. All alone. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
And just using the size advantage he has, I mean, he can easily see over the defense.
And he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
Here's Bridges. Out left to the wing. For three, Smith. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Here's Morant. And it's blocked. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Smith outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Peyton Watson.
And And I like to see this from Smith. Pushing the action, not just hanging around the perimeter.
So he gets them both. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
That one's good for 2. Embiid's got 6.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
Bridges with it. Pass to Murray. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
After a cold first quarter, they brought up their field goal percentage, trying to build out this lead now.
Morant taking no chances on the flush.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
Outside Murray. Pass to Smith. Now here's Bridges. Picked by Smith. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Watson. And the basket by Bridges.
That's working his way onto the interior. Mikal Bridges, very opportunistic.
And here's Watson. Puts up a 3. Bargnani pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Smith. 3-pointer, Bridges. No, sir. He's now 3 for 5 in this one.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. A minute 29 left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Highsmith. Here's Portis. Takes the 3. Philadelphia with another miss. The Clippers in the lead. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's White. Pass to Highsmith. Back to White. Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Fires it. And it's Highsmith missing. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bargnani. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Portis outside. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. And so he makes both from the line.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And timeout called by Ty Lue. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. 76ers trail by 7. Aggressive take from Morant. Can't get it to fall. And so Brown will bring it up for the LA Clippers. Murray, no good. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3-and-D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
And Embiid drops them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside, Brown. Smith left side. Clock at 6. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Smith got 8.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play. Rolling into open position right on cue.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Murray. Smith left side. Pass to Brown. Outside Murray. For 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
And love that 3 from Murray. Just answering the bell.
Embiid with it. Back to Morant. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jabari Smith. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
Outside Murray. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pass to Marley. Back to Watson. Now Morant. Give him 8 points now. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Misses the 3. Los Angeles leading by 7. Outside Murray. Here's Bargnani.
2 minutes remaining.
They kick it out to Murray.
2 minutes.
Pass to Smith. From the arc. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Misses from short range. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And here's Murray. He's got 5. Pass to Bargnani. It's Brown on the wing. Shoots over Embiid. Offline from the high post. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
76ers trail by 7. White looking it over. Portis with it. No made baskets yet. There's Nesmith with the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Prosper. Left side, Brown. They still need this. It's hauled in by Portis. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
With the offense reeling, Coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Back to White. Portis outside. From deep. Buries it from three. Portis has got his first 3 points of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Zubats. Uses the glass on the layup. Zubats has got his first points of the game.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Appearing
The 76ers, 23.
and with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And it's Murray with the ball for the Clippers. 6-point lead. Bridges outside. Into the lane. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
How about that drive from Mikal Bridges? Draw the contact, young sir.
And he sinks the second. Now here's Morant. Screen by Watson. 4-3. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Murray. Bridges outside. To the inside. Portis with the steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Grimes. No good from outside. Los Angeles leading by 4. Brown looking around. Pass to Bargnani. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Well, this is where you see Jaylen Brown has evolved as a playmaker for his teammates. That's a pretty pass.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling, guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Thank you for that, Allie. Out to the wing for 3. Smith drills it from deep. And the Clippers lead by 7.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Outside Morant. Screen by Embiid. Plenty of space. The Clippers grab the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Murray up top. Smith outside. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Pass to Grimes. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. Nails it from 3.
Wow, the audacious range from Quentin Grimes. My goodness.
Picked by Smith. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Watson. Smith right side. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, so good to see Smith passing the ball like this, wanting to improve as a distributor in the NBA.
Pass to Marley. The three is up. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Now Bridges. Murray up top. And there's another one for the Clippers.
The confidence on full display. Murray recognizes ahead of time when to shoot off the catch.
And now we've got an intentional foul. And timeout called by Ty Lue. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. A minute 42 left to play in the fourth quarter. He shoots it. The Clippers grab the miss. And here's Brown. The rebound by Embiid. 76ers trail by 7. Morant with it. Outside Watson. Tries it from 19. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Marley's got 5 points now this quarter. Now here's Murray. Pass to Smith. And no good. Excellent D there from Embiid. Morant drawing the double team. Embiid with it. He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Embiid drops them both.
Yeah, just a fruitful trip to the line. He's made this a one-possession game.
This play could decide the game.
Can't afford any mistakes here, B.A.
Outside Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Bargnani. And he buries him.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Embiid. The rebound by Bridges. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Bargnani. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding up. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. Morant, no good. The Pistons on offense. RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
BA, he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism, quickness, it is so impressive and hard to guard.
And it's Morant off the drive. Embiid can't hit. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Here's Morant. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Watson. Screen by Watson. Here's Embiid. Embiid drawing the double team. Clock at 6. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Offensive rebound. Outside Morant. Second shot opportunity. Shots blocked. And he's able to get it back. Here's Embiid. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Well, and it's just clear how comfortable Embiid is shooting the ball, especially from mid-range.
Back to Hero. Pass to Cunningham. Hero outside. Inside. Out to Thompson. Launches a 3. Hero, no good. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They trail by 1. Here's Embiid. And it's rejected. Thompson outside. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Hero with the bucket.
Yeah, busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Watson. Screen by Watson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. When you think about the fearlessness of Ja Morant and how he attacks, even as a smaller player. RJ, you got any comparisons?
I would say AI, but AI was more of a 2-guard, even though he was a couple inches shorter, but definitely similarities of how they attack the paint with fearlessness.
Now here's Stewart, picked by Stewart. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Goes back up. Pass to Stewart. Here's Holland, hounded by Morant. Now Thompson. He tries for 3. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. The 3 is up. Marley, no good.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Ali LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning." That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Here's Thompson, following the score by Philadelphia. He gets it in there.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Second personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Sixers.
And he makes both free throws.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The Pistons leading. Pass to Stewart. Harris outside. And here's Sasser. Now Stewart fires the three. Knocks down the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Screen by Embiid. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Embiid drawing the double team. It's tipped. Here's Harris. Gordon, right side. Takes the three. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that concludes the first quarter of play.
14 has 76.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Portis. Drops in the three. Portis has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Sasser with the ball. Yet to see a basket. Outside White. Here's Portis. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Stewart. And the Pistons pushing it up now. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And for Tobias Harris, his priority is to contribute to winning basketball.
And he's shown that through his willingness to play different roles. We've seen him as a spot-up shooter. We've also seen him as a go-to scorer. He does whatever it takes. A swing man that scores on all 3 levels. Harris is about as consistent as it gets.
Portis a screen. Nails the wide-open jumper. Portis has got 5 points.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And that one's good.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the score by Detroit. Back to White. Pass to Highsmith. White on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target at the rim. The Pistons lead by 6. Harris outside. To the inside. Fades back. And again, it's Detroit.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Marcus Sasser. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution.
Here's Morant. Give him 8. Pass to Marley. 3-pointer. And another miss by Philadelphia. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Here's Marley. Outside Watson. Screen by Embiid. Outside Watson. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance. All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ, but you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change to the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the three ball. Teams are not as physical, and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters.
Oh, book it! Embiid, a triple!
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
1:52 left in the second quarter. Thompson, that's good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Morant. Screen by Embiid. Morant with it. Now Thompson defending. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Thompson scanning the floor. And he goes big! The dunk right over John Morant.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Grimes. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Detroit leading by 7. Pass to Thompson. He shoots a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
I like this trend. He's hit 2 triples this period, has 3 for the game.
Back to Morant. Screen by Watson. Outside Morant. Back to Watson. Screen by Watson. From deep, Morant. Rebounded by Mourning.
And one of the reasons they're down right now is because they've fallen in love with the jump shot.
Pass to Holland. Cunningham outside. Cunningham into the lane. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Pistons lead.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Yes, it's good. Thompson's got 15 points.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
Pass to Grimes. Outside Watson. Embiid with it. Down low. Embiid puts it in.
The footwork, the patience, watching Embiid go to work inside is just a treat.
An MVP in this league, Richard. Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
The numbers Embiid has put up over his career speak for themselves. He'll go down as one of the all-time great big men.
76ers trailed by 11. Pass to Grimes. Outside Morant. Look at Morant working the paint. Nice.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And Thompson gets it to go.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Marley. Morant looking for an opening. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
Thompson, no good. 76ers trail by 11. Right wing. Outside Morant. Deflected. Cunningham with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Cunningham charges all the way.
Cutting apart the defense on the drive. Cunningham skilled at getting to the cut.
Right side Morant. Screen by Embiid. Fires it from 18. And the jumper is good. Morant's got 5 points now this quarter.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Pass to Thompson. Off the mark there with a 3. 76ers trail by 11. To the paint. Outside for Morant. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that.
Now here's Morant. He's got 13. To the left wing. And it's Morant again missing. The Pistons lead by 11. Pass to Mourning. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Thompson outside. The layup misses.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Morant elevates at the rim.
And if you're wondering what makes Josh so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Screen by Gordon. Lets it go from deep. Watson with the rebound. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Asar Thompson.
They have to come up with a new wrinkle defensively because he is killing them from deep.
76ers trail by 9. Portis for 3. There's a minute 17 left to play in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass on the layup. Portis has got 7.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Yeah, nice handoff by Hero. Moving it when the play doesn't get him a shot.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. White drives in. Here's Highsmith. Off target from outside. Detroit leading by 9. Into the lane. Now Thompson. Give him 20. Basket counts. Thompson's got 9 points in the quarter.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Pass to McCain. Back to White. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. White's got his first points of the game.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Thompson outside. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Here's Portis for 3. And so it's Detroit. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now?
76.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. 76ers trail by 9. Pass to Watson. Screen by Watson. Here's Morant. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Clever play by Morant, sticking with his shot to ensure he gets himself fouled while in the act.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Thompson. Driving inside. And there it is for him. Thompson's got 11 points here in the second half.
He is the story for them offensively, and a big reason why they're ahead.
From his first day in the league, opponents are going to make him earn it at the line. And look, Morant, he'll give him an easy look.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
Pass to Marley. The 3. Rebounded by Mourning. The Pistons lead by 7. Cunningham outside. With the drive. Oh, Cunningham rises up.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham. Use his size and athleticism on the drive.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Going inside. And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Over to the left wing. Outside Morant. Screen by Watson. Oh, that's good. Morant from way out.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
Detroit leading by 8. Pass to Mourning. 3-pointer. Drains the triple. Mourning's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Just about 3 minutes through the 4th and final quarter here.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to Holland. Second chance effort. It's tipped. Embiid with it. Back to Morant. Here's Grimes. He's guarded by Hero. Outside Morant. 5 on the clock. Here's Marley. And a miss there on the triple. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Pass to Morning. 4-3. Rebound by Philadelphia. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So it's Philadelphia now. 11-point game. Now here's Embiid. Back to Morant. Pass to Embiid. Over Cunningham.
Using all of his 7-foot wingspan effectively, Cunningham stays on the shooter. Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Pistons.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Asar Thompson.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball. Man, good whistle there.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he's able to hit the second one. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
Would have been nice to drain them all, but he did enough to put this one in the bag.
Here's Grimes. Off target from 3-point range.
And lockdown defense against one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Yeah, and this is not what they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and their opponent is at the line.
At the line for the Sixers.
And Morant drops them both. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Now here's Cunningham. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. This one was a fun one to watch. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Berry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce.
Make no mistake, these teams have very little love for one another. It's a heated rivalry that the fans relish.
Yeah, you love it when you have these kind of games. Two teams evenly matched and going at it.
Pass to Embiid. Off the mark there with a three. And so Adebayo will bring it up to the Knicks. Siakam outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
He said John Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
The Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Out to the wing. Adebayo from long range. Knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Now here's Morant. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Screen by Embiid. Over to the wing. Back to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. That three's off the mark.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Adebayo. Siakam outside. Now it's Hart. Embiid covers. Here's Thor. And the Knicks, another three.
That's pretty much not how they would defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Embiid with it. Morant looking for an opening. And Embiid throws it down.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
Siakam the screen. The kick out to Brunson. And the layup is good.
Oh, wow. Brunson just getting sideswiped there and some strength to get through it.
76ers trail by 3. Outside Morant. Pass to Embiid. Back to Morant. Tipped. Right side, Brunson. And here's Siakam. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Now here's Adebayo. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Knocks it down from distance.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Screen by Embiid. Here's Morant. And it's New York with a rebound.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Here's Adebayo. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
I just love the ball movement.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Morant gets double teamed. To halt the run. Back to Embiid. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. And it's Watson missing.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Adebayo. Here's Siakam. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Siakam's got 5 now.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so
The 76ers, 7.
if you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Now let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Here's Adebayo. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 7 points in the game. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, B.A., they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
First team foul.
Well, he goes in there and you're worried about getting bumped if you're a defender by Julius Randle, not the other way around. So physical.
It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randle has been in the league over a decade now, Brent.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride for Julius Randle. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. Julius Randle continues to impress and make strides.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Adebayo from long range. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They trail by 9. Pass to Embiid. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Team foul.
Left side, Morant. Clock at 6. And then Morant with the jam.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Back to Randle. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973. So as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Randle, good.
Fleshing out his offensive attack here. Randle comfortable from that range to knock one down.
Here's Morant. Portis outside. They set the pick. Pass to Marley. There's the 3. Fernando grabs the miss. New York leading by 10. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Back to Embiid. showing some range. Embiid, nice.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So both teams changing it up here. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Inside. Over to the left wing. Here's Tisdale. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Back to Morant. Fires from deep. Fernando grabs the miss. Knicks leading by 9. Here's McBride. Morant with a defensive effort. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Out to Portis. From downtown. The Knicks with the rebound. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Fernando misses.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And the basket by Highsmith.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Substitution on the court.
There's 47 seconds left in the second. To the middle. Fernando. It's hauled in by Portis. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Outside Nesmith. Pass to Portis. Back to Nesmith. 6 on the shot clock. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And timeout. Is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Keep it up.
20 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Fernando. Here's Dadier. Siakam outside. The three is up. The shot that time not on target. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Knicks up 4. And we'll be back with you shortly. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. They lead by 4. And over the last half-decade, Brent, Bobby Portis has been the best six-man big you can find.
Yeah, pretty remarkable, B.A. He comes in, he gives you some great scoring in some stretches, plays some solid defense. He's got a lot of fire to his game. So this is the exact kind of guy that your team needs in the second unit.
Here's Morant. Morant elevates at the rim.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
Unloads. Rebound by Philadelphia. Pass to Marley. Outside Watson. Here's Morant. Back to Watson. And here's Morant. 5 on the clock. Now here's Watson. Here's Grimes. Off target with the three.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Adebayo. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Adebayo's got 12.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the 76ers making a change here. 76ers trail by 7. Outside Morant. Pass to Embiid. Good. And the setup by Morant. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, this is what sets Embiid apart from other bigs. That mid-range game is on point.
And here's Siakam for 3. Hits the trifecta. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Morant with it. Guarded by Adebayo. And stolen by Adebayo. To the wing on the left. 4-3. 4 can't get it to go. Now Philadelphia with it. Pass to Watson. Back to Morant. Down low. It's stolen by Hart. Siakam, right side. Adebayo, good look. And Morant clears the board.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Grimes. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
No foul. Second team foul.
Right side Morant. Here's Embiid. Embiid elevates.
Flat out dominant. Joel Embiid having his way tonight.
Outside Brunson. To the inside. Back to Adebayo. And Embiid with the block.
You have to be aware of Embiid at all times. He's an outstanding shot blocker.
And it's Watson missing. Knicks leading by 7. Pass to Siakam. Here's Thor. And here's Siakam. Now Adebayo. Clock at 4. From deep. Siakam, no good. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. 76ers trail by 7. Here's McCain. On target from range.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Brunson. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
And mixing it up down low. Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Portis outside. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Portis has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Adebayo sets a screen. Brunson on the drive. No one near him. Adebayo, that's good. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And White has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter here. Portis outside. All alone. And the basket by Highsmith. Highsmith's got his second basket of the night. Siakam for 3. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. New York out in front, up 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. 76ers trail by 3. Outside Morant. Morant using his speed. Out to the right wing. Here's Marley. Good. And the assist to Embiid.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Adebayo from long range. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Now Morant. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. To the right side. Here's Thor. The offensive rebound. Siakam. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Adebayo up top. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Siakam. That shot is off. Excellent defense there from Watson. Here's Marley. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's Siakam with the drive. And then Siakam with the jam.
Charging inside with some force. Siakam showcasing that athleticism with that jam.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. And they were blunt with their team, telling them if they want to win, the comeback has to start right now. They can't waste any possessions. Plus, they told the players, we need some stops. A very direct way to communicate, Brian.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Brunson taking his time here. Pass to Adebayo. Right wing. And here's Siakam for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And a foul on Josh Hart. That'll be a second foul of the game.
No foul. First team foul.
Up top, Morant. Into the lane. And then Morant with the dunk.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Inside. Adebayo slams it in.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
You know, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Morant with the close-range bucket.
Can you say prime-time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Here's Adebayo. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
Bam stepping up and making a huge play for his team that time.
Outside Morant. To the inside. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And one thing you can say about Embiid, he never shrinks from the moment.
They set the screen. Brunson with the bucket.
Oh, huge moment from JB. Brunson knocking it down.
The Sixers leading. Outside Morant. Outside Watson. Back to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Up top, Embiid. Pass to Marley. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Outside Brunson. And here's Adebayo. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
And this is a huge step showing trust in Bam's play in the biggest moments.
Outside Morant. Outside Watson. Oh, swiped away. Outside Brunson. Down low. Money.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
I've seen that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Watson. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Now here's Brunson. Adebayo. Count it!
That's an important bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Pass to Marley. And here's Embiid. Pounded by Adebayo. Now here's Morant. Here's Embiid. Here's Grimes. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so the big win by New York in a tight game. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.